No, I make motions all the way through. I told you that.
Okay. I just want to make sure we have a plan. We've been practicing. I just want to make sure we have a plan.
I had it on my, I timed them and everything, and they're just fine. Yep.
If I wait, then
For one of you guys to fade.
I don't have to do much with CISA 7, so I'll be the seconder.
okay, if I guess
Okay,
it's
very good. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Will you please rise, face the flag, and say the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll need a motion to adopt, for the adoption of the consent agenda as an order of business with identification of any item to be taken off the consent agenda for a separate discussion.
so moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll consider approval of the consent agenda as adopted, and we'll, item A, we'll approve the minutes of July 13th, 2015 Committee of the Whole meeting, July 13th, 2015 closed board meeting, July 14th, 2015 Policy Subcommittee meeting, July 21st, 2015 Board of Education meeting, and July 21st, 2015 closed board meeting. Approval of financial reports for the period of July 1st, 2015 through July 31st of 2015. Approval of the period July 1st, 2015 through July 31st, 2015 in the amount of $2,471,196.70.
So moved.
Seconded?
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Curricular and development. Curriculum and development. Gary, oh, Dan, I'm sorry.
This item relates to part of the last state budget that was just recently approved. In Act 55, there is a stipulation that every district needs to adopt standards for the upcoming school year. And it will be an annual action that the board will have to take. And so we're making the recommendation that the school board approve the Wisconsin Academic Standards as the primary standards for all subject areas taught for K through 12.
Any questions?
Are these the same standards we've been using all along?
They are the same. They've changed over time, but they are the standards that we have used as our guiding, a guidepost for all these years, yes.
Okay, we'll need a motion first to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the Wisconsin academic standards as the primary standards for all subject areas taught for K through 12.
Seconded?
Okay. One thing about the standards of support of ACT college and career readiness standards, these are all supported with that standard, correct?
Correct. They're not the primary standards, so we don't need to have those as part of the motion, but
Okay.
just as some background for you, the ACT college and career readiness standards and the science standards are ones that we've used in the past that help support the Wisconsin academic standards.
Very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Finance, buildings, and grounds. We'll need to consider an action to approve the 2016-2015 budget for official publishing for the annual meeting. John, you want to fill us in on this?
Sure. Tonight, we're asking that the board approve the school district budget for publication that's presented in your annual meeting booklet, which is in your board packet. This is the budget that will be presented and explored in some depth at the annual meeting on September 15th. While the budget will remain a work in progress right up to the time of the tax levy, and there are still staff to be hired and students to be counted, this budget is an important milestone in that process. Currently, the operating budget is showing a $174,000 deficit, but a reminder that this includes the unfinished portion of the electrical project that was to be drawn down from fund balance of approximately $95,000. Revenues are estimated to grow about 0.7% for the current school year, while costs are increasing about 1.1% from that experienced last year. Because of the state's zero increase in both the revenue cap and categorical aid per student, district residents can anticipate a tax levy that is very close to that passed in November last year. We recommend that the board adopt this budget as presented in the annual meeting booklet.
We need a motion.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I move that we approve the 2015-16 budget as presented.
Second.
Any discussion on this?
So John, the 95,000 is from last year, and that's,
Right, the electrical project was not completed as of June 30th. The new fiscal year began July 1st. There's still about $95,000 or so of bills to pay for the distribution system that was basically redone at the high school for
okay,
electrical.
and that project's complete now.
It is not yet entirely complete. It's on the verge of completion. They ran a punch list, I believe, late last week. There are actually things like some landscaping work that's still to do with it. There's some pillars that they want to put up to protect the new equipment that's outside. So and I believe there were still 2 panels to complete as of the end of last week.
So the 95,000 you're projecting, that includes that additional?
All that work, yeah. We're well within the context of the budget and the contract.
Okay.
And to keep in mind, we won't make that final payment until the punch list is complete and our engineer, or our architect.
Right. That was the amount due as of June 30th. It's been, a month and a half since then, so.
Okay. Great.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item B, consider gifts and corresponding adjustments. Carrie?
Yes, tonight we have a few gifts, a donation of 3 pieces of equipment from Sargento for the Plymouth High School Food Service Department in the Culinary Arts classroom, a donation of $3,164.85 from Fairview PTO for student transportation and library purchases, and a donation of $1,186.64 from Horizon Path for student transportation. It's recommended that you accept these gifts and the corresponding budget adjustments.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And this will be a case of public participation. I don't believe anybody's signed. Talk with us. Board liaison, Richard on community ed.
The new course listings for the fall just came in the Plymouth Review today, and it's one of the final purpose of community education. I've been trying to highlight one each month is to discern and resolve community problems, and this course listing contains not just a listing of the courses, but it has a community center to it of trying to tie together, I think our vision is to see the school become increasingly more and more a hub of the community. And I think by including in it the section of community resource guide, it helps do that as well. We're educating the community, but we're also working together with every other organization in this community to try to deal with issues that come up and problems and make this the incredible community that it really is. In addition to the course listings and the community resource guide, there's also courses that LTC is doing in Plymouth and the Kiel area. So I would encourage you to get this. I counted up, there's 19 new courses that have never been done before, and that's exciting, as well as they provide discounts and sample weeks, just about anything you could imagine that would help you find out, is that something I want to do and how can I make it affordable? So dig into the course listings, this resource guide and listing of LTC. There's always exciting stuff happening in community education.
Thank you, Richard. Foundation, Bob?
Foundation, there's a lot to report because, of course, there's a lot of activity going on with the Food and Agriculture Center. The grand opening, ribbon cutting for donors and supporters will be October 1st at 5:30 p.m. And then after that, there will be a community open house on October 9th. That's during the homecoming weekend, 5 to 9 p.m. So the community is invited to come in and tour the facility on the night and see what a beautiful facility we've put together. So many thanks to the foundation and the hard work of all those donors and supporters that made this happen. And you can see it out there, and it's a beautiful building. So we're excited about the curriculum that we will have that comes from that building. So that's big news. In addition to that, the foundation is launching a new initiative to continue creating great programs or supporting great programs in the district. And that initiative is called Pay It Forward. And it will be a challenge that occurs from September 1st through October 9th. And they're challenging community members to pay it forward in some way. Do something nice for someone you know or someone you don't know, and at the same time make a contribution to the foundation. And they're challenging all of the classes to donate in some way to the year they graduated. So if you graduated in 1983, they'd like to see a donation of $1,983 or $19.83 or something there around that. So it should be a lot of fun. The challenge, there's a lot of excitement in the foundation about the Pay It Forward campaign. There'll be a lot more news you'll see on the website and around, so please pay attention to that and get involved and pay it forward. In addition to that, the Plymouth Foundation is announcing the grant program. We've supported grants for a long time as a foundation, but that program kind of went away. And we're reigniting that. We've set aside $10,000 toward grants. And basically how it's designed is staff members can come forward with ideas that they believe will enhance curriculum, and they can apply for a grant with the foundation. And there's a long list and application guidelines for receiving the funds. But if approved, it could be a sizable amount of money to support what they'd like to do in the classroom. Community members and students can also come forward with ideas for activities and apply for a grant, but they need to be matched up with the staff person within the district to make that happen. So very exciting stuff. You can find out more at the foundation's website, www.plymouthfoundation or plymouthedfoundation.org. So please look for more information there. And finally, sorry, this is a long one. Many thanks to John Mueller. He has served the foundation for 9 years. He'll be retiring from his term in January. And Tom Blen now has accepted the position to join our board and volunteer as treasurer. John was treasurer, now Tom is going to wear that hat. And the great part is they're overlapping now for a little while here, so Tom can learn the ropes. So thank you to John and welcome to Tom from the board.
What is Tom's role in the community?
Tom Blen's background, he used to be with Plyco, and then I don't remember. But he's a financial guy, so that's a good thing. So, sorry, Tom.
And I do want to just say that the grant rollout in the school district will happen within that first week of school. Dan is all set to go to the different staffs and talk with the teachers so that they will understand.
In fact, it's all happening
Grants won't
next
actually
week.
get granted
Yep, next week.
till next spring. That's when the granting will actually go. The first round will happen. But there'll be a lot of education in this process that happens in the fall. Applications that are due, I believe February is the time frame we've set. And then from there, they'll be reviewed and then awarded in the May time frame. So exciting stuff.
And something also with the grants, if someone does have one and they are looking for a staff member, Dan, I believe, is going to spearhead, hopefully matching someone up if they don't have a staff member to
work.
support. Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay. So now I'm done.
Thank you, Bob. Are there any questions about? Okay. And we'll move on to Family Resource Center. Pam.
Thank you. The United Way is investing in early childhood learning as birth through 4 years old, and the United Way is partnering with the Family Resource Center with the program called Born to Succeed. And we are piloting that program in Plymouth. So we're going to start out in the Plymouth community with the hopes of developing family connections, child development, and getting all children ready for school when they start in 4K. So we're really excited about that. We're going to work obviously within the Plymouth community as a pilot program, which is exceptionally perfect for us. So we're excited. So thank you to everyone who helped us out with that, and thank the United Way for investing in our kids.
And if we donate, would it be a donation direct to the United Way on behalf of the pilot program, or would it be to the foundation?
You can do it either way. It's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. If you donate to the United Way, you can specify Family Resource Center,
Sure.
Born to Succeed pilot program.
Okay. And then we have, any more questions on that? I'm sorry, Pam, were you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Then we'll move on to CISA 7. John?
I have nothing to report.
Nothing to report this week. Okay. We have item E, professional development. Dan, did you have any report for Sally?
That will be underway in the upcoming month.
Okay.
Back in action.
And then we have, moving on to item number 9, personnel. Carrie, and we also have an addendum to the
Right.
personnel.
We do. This is the time of the year when we're hiring teachers, and as soon as we can get the contracts approved and make sure the teachers are in the classroom, that's wonderful. I'll first go through the contracts that we would approve, and then I'll do resignations after that, and then support staff. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first of all, the board tonight will consider a 100% contract for Gail Grant to be a teacher of social studies and the athletic director for the Plymouth School District. Gail will teach 2 classes of social studies and serve as the athletic director with the remainder of his contract time. It isn't absolutely necessary that we approve this, but I did bring it forward because I think that since Gail already has a contract and we're just making changes to the contract, but I think that the support and the acknowledgement by the board is important for this particular position. We also will approve or consider the approval of a 100% contract for Melanie Morgan to teach 4th grade at the Horizon Elementary School for the 2015-16 school year. Melanie received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. This is Melanie's first year of teaching. The board will also consider a 100% contract for Trudy Cohn to teach Spanish at Riverview Middle School for the 2015-16 school year. Trudy received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh and her master's degree from National Louis University. Trudy worked at the Oostburg School District for 10 years. The board will consider a 100% contract for Jenna Wheat to teach general music at the elementary schools and the middle school for the 2015-16 school year. Jenna received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Jenna has served as a music teacher for 1 year in the Michigan School District and 2 years in the Campbellsport School District. The board will consider a 50% contract for David Rosenau to teach elementary physical education for the 2015-16 school year. David received his bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. This will be his first year of teaching. And the board will consider a 50% contract for Katie Miller to teach 4-year-old kindergarten at Parkview Elementary School for the 2015-16 school year. Katie received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh, and this will be her first year of teaching. And finally, the board will consider a 60% contract for Brad Smoody to teach social studies at Plymouth High School for the 2015-16 school year. Brad received his bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, and this is Brad's first year of teaching.
Okay, we'll need a motion then, please.
So moved.
Seconded?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Carrie?
Yep, we have 2 resignations also. The board will consider the resignation request of Sarah Saracen, Plymouth High School English Language Arts teacher, effective August 10th, 2015. Sarah has worked in the Plymouth School District for 9 years. And the board will also consider the resignation of Anaya Lanier, Riverview Middle School 6th grade teacher, effective August 7th, 2015. Anaya has worked in the Plymouth School District for 9 years, and they are both moving on to the Lamira School District.
Motion?
I'll make a motion to accept those resignations.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
And for the support staff update, we have Shirley Gillen, Plymouth High School Secretary, who retired effective August 7th, 2015. Shirley has been with the district for 25 years. Heidi Routman, Special Education Aide, resigned effective July 24th, 2015. Heidi has been with the district for 2 years. And Heidi Saunders has been hired as a custodian at Riverview Middle School beginning August 17th, 2015. Lori Schaub has been hired as a server cook at Plymouth High School beginning with August 26, 2015. And Carla Hanaki has been hired as a server cook at Riverview Middle School beginning August 26, 2015. And that's it with the support staff update.
Thank you. Item number 10 on the agenda, there was nothing that we moved to off the consent agenda. Item number 11, the President's report. I'm pleasantly pleased, very pleased to meet our new teachers on Monday. They were in their orientation and working for their, I guess it's a credit, they get a credit for this?
It's a workshop.
It's a workshop, okay. Workshop orientation, and they discussed several things to us, and it seems like they seem very good and very interested. I had an opportunity to discuss to them our master's program that in the future that they could apply for to obtain a master's degree, and I was really pleased with the new oncoming staff. I believe our principals did an excellent job.
Yes, they did.
So I thank you. Your report.
All right, fantastic, and I would concur. It's a great group of teachers, and our principals worked hard this summer to get us there, so thank you. The superintendent report. First of all, I want to congratulate Greg Gritt. Greg Gritt has earned the Career Pathmaker Technical Education Teacher of the Year Award with the New Manufacturing Alliance. This is a prestigious award, and Greg will be receiving his award on October 21st at the New Manufacturers Convention. And I know that Dr. Rauscher has been communicating back and forth as to how many tickets we could be able to get, but hopefully we'll be able to attend and watch Greg receive this award. This is a very nice thing for him to get, and well-deserved, as you could all see when he was here last year with the Project Grill students. Is outstanding. Also, we have 2 finalists in the FFA Nationals, which is another huge accomplishment. Stephanie Thiel in Food Science and Technology, and Ben Holtzman in Forage Production. This is very good. I was actually in Sheboygan, and someone came up to me and said, "I cannot believe you have 2 finalists in FFA for the Nationals. That just doesn't happen." So a lot of thank yous to the parents, the teachers, and everyone who support those students, and of course the students for all their hard work to get there. So congratulations, Stephanie and Ben. And also, Jess Mello was featured as the success story of the month in the Wisconsin School Garden Initiative. I can send the article on to you, but Jess was actually featured for her work with our Piggly Wiggly store and the shopping of the produce, and also for the school garden initiatives that she has taken on in our community. So congratulations to Jess. And then dates to remember, first of all, tomorrow evening, for August 19th at 5:30, I believe, 5 o'clock. We start the freshman orientation, and that's actually from 5 to 8, and the parents will be able to actually do the schedule of the students, so it's always a fun evening. August 21st, this Friday, is our first PHS football game at 7 p.m. August 25th, the teachers return back to school. On August 26th, we have our elementary and our middle school open house and sneak peek, and I would suggest that if you're looking for specific times, you should look at on the websites of the particular schools, because they vary just a little bit. So that would be next Wednesday night. And then on August 27th is our staff breakfast, and you're all invited to that. September 1st is the first day of school. September 8th is the Committee of the Whole meeting, and that's an important date to remember because we typically meet on Mondays, but this time it will be a Tuesday due to Labor Day. All right. September 15th, the annual meeting, followed by the board meeting. The annual meeting will start at 7 o'clock. And October 1st, the grand opening for the Food Science and Ag Center, and October 9th will be our homecoming and the open house tours for the Food Science and Ag Center. So it'll be an exciting couple months for us. And that's all I have, Tim.
Thank you, Carrie. One thing I would like to mention too, the Sargento donating that extra money, and Sargento has been wonderful, as well as the rest of the people in our Ag Center development. And it was really wonderful for that company to donate the money for our classrooms. So now we'll need a motion to adjourn to closed session under Section 19.85, subparagraph 1, Wisconsin State Statutes, to consider individual compensation of employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation of public employees.
So moved.
Seconded.
Okay, this is a roll call vote.
John?
Aye. Yes?
Me, yes. Tim?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
We're good.